Hello everyone, this is Sandeep kakkar and welcome to आपके अपने channel Motivate Me SK. Today it's a very special day because today I am having a very special guest with me. That is he's my brother and he's Jigme. He's from Sera Monastery, one of the oldest monastery in the country right now, and I think it's a 600 years old monastery. And we are going to have a wonderful session. We are going to have a wonderful discussion with our very own brother Jigme. So, how you are feeling, Jigme, right now?
I'm okay. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much
Okay.
to calling me here.
We will start by knowing your childhood. How was your childhood? Any childhood memories is coming to your mind right now? How was your childhood life, basically? I hope it was
So,
in Tibet.
yeah, I was born in a very remote area in Tibet,
Okay.
but the Tibetan peoples are very religious people.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe the impact of the communities, the religious faith. I want to be a monk when I was very young age.
Okay.
So, in my uh, uh, place, we don't have any schools. So, uh, uh, but I learned the Tibetan alphabets from my mother. Then I
Mm-hmm.
learned some how to read Tibetans. This is basic from the one of the senior men from my village.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I was very young, I want to go to India and
Okay.
become monks, because at that time the boys who are going to India to join the monastery like Sera Monastery, and they want to learn the Buddhism and become the monks.
Okay.
So same to me, I always want to go to India, but that time we have a lot of problems. So financially, and the Chinese government, we are not allowed to go to India. So
Mm-hmm.
finally, my father decided to let me go to India when I was 14 years old. So
Okay.
bring me to India through the Himalaya, the Nepal and India, so China and Nepal border, through
Mm-hmm.
through by walking. We
Okay.
we walked about 1 month.
Mm.
So I'm very fortunate to join this monastery. Finally, I reached to India, and I have enough fortunate to join this monastery and become a monk and learn the Buddhism.
Okay. That is a really wonderful answer. Let us talk about like when you were 14 years old, that particular time you thought of becoming a monk. Why you thought of becoming a monk? Because many times young kids actually they think about becoming a pilot, they think about becoming an engineer or a doctor. But at that time, a young 14 years old Jigme thinks about becoming a monk. Why? What was the reason? What were the compelling reasons which motivated you to become monk?
I think I mentioned uh, uh, earlier, maybe it's a society impact.
Mhm.
Society impact, because in our
Mm.
Tibetan society, where my village located,
Okay.
there is no school for the modern education system. There is no school for modern education modern education system.
Mhm.
So the 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 educated Tibetan only learn from monasteries for many
Okay.
years. So
Hmm.
from generation to generation, all the Tibetan people uh, who who is very young age, they want to become the monk and want to learn something.
Mhm.
So maybe I think environment impact, or my previous communication. I was not only in 40
Ah.
years old. When I was 7 or 8 years old, I want to become a
Ah.
monk.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
So that I was also thinking that maybe your past karmic accounts, or maybe because of your past karma. I mean, you might had certain desires, and because of those desires, I mean, you thought of becoming a monk. So, brother, can you please tell me how is the lifestyle of a monk? How a monk basically lives, a normal
So
daily routine you can talk about.
yeah, so the monastery, like the Sera Monastery, we have a very good facility.
Hmm.
So as a monk, we have only one jobs, that
Huh?
is to study and meditation.
Wow.
So the kindness of sponsors on the head office of monastery, they provide us food and they provide us clothes. So we no need to worry about food and clothes.
Hmm.
So from morning to dawn, we have to do only study and meditation.
Only study. So
So
what
so
normal things you study, sir?
yeah, sure. So from my case, the Seraji monastery, we normally we wake up at the 5:30 in the morning.
Hmm.
So sometimes we have morning puja.
Okay.
So if there is morning puja, we need to go to morning puja.
Okay.
But it takes only 1 hours or 30 minutes. From 7 o'clock we need to memorize some scriptures. Then at 9 o'clock we have a morning debate session, nine
Okay.
to 10:30.
Mhm.
At 11 o'clock we eat lunch.
Okay.
So uh, so if we have we have class, so we need to join
Hmm.
the class. But it
Okay.
depends on individuals.
Hmm.
So in the afternoon, most of us live in our rooms and read the books.
Okay.
So in the evening at 6 o'clock, we have debate class again from 6 to 9:30.
Okay.
Then we come back and we recite what we memorized uh, before.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
So
this
it's a
yeah
repetition.
this is a very general, very
Uh-huh.
general.
Wow. That's
Mm.
amazing. I mean, amazing. So,
Okay, thank you.
what is spirituality according to you? Because nowadays, what is happening? Many professional fellows, they are entering into the world of spirituality. They are talking about spirituality. But I just want to know from a monk who has spent a lot of years in monastery and who has read every day he reads and all. So,
Mm.
what is spirituality according to you?
Yeah. So as a student or as a follower of the Nalanda um, University, as a
Uh-huh.
student of Nagarjuna,
Uh-huh.
so we uh, we need to study as much as we can.
Okay.
And as a student of Shanti Deva, as
Mhm.
you may know Shanti Deva. Shanti Deva is one of the very great master of Nalanda.
Okay.
So as a his student, we need to practice bodhicitta,
Uh-huh.
compassion, and loving kindness.
Okay.
So individually, if we cannot practically practice loving compassion and those kind of things, but we have always the read about the wisdom, about the compassion, about the loving kindness. So years after years,
Mhm.
there is a little change inside us.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
maybe I can say that generally speaking, the monks are little bit more happy than the ordinary people.
Yes, they are. I mean, yes, they are.
Yeah, I
Because
think so. I think so.
yesterday,
I have some scientific proof.
yeah,
Mm,
yesterday, Jigme brother, I was reading a spiritual text, and I came to know that, when we talk about oceans
mm,
are like a very, very wild on the surface. I mean, there are
mm,
waves which are going on. Spirituality
mm.
is like an ocean, actually. The moment you start going deep within the ocean, the calmness, the cool, the composure, it increases. So likewise in ocean, what happens if we are at the bottom of the ocean, we will be very much like, there will be very much calmness will be there, right? But on the
Yes.
surface,
Mm.
it's not that that calmness is visible. So likewise, the spirituality, I also personally feel, brother, that it is like, the more deep you go within, the more calm you become, the more calmer you become. I think I am right.
Yeah, 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 I think you are right. So the Nalanda tradition teach us,
Uh-huh.
they teach us the brain education
Brain education,
and
okay.
brain education, how to make the sharp brain.
Wow.
Then the not only the brain education, they educate us the heart education,
Wow.
how to be a warm-hearted.
Okay.
So we know when we stuck in the very terrible situation,
Uh-huh.
but we know that we need to use our brain in the maximum way.
Uh-huh.
But inside, as you mentioned, the for example in the ocean, when we
Mhm.
look at the surface of the ocean is moving, very flexible,
Moving.
right?
Hmm.
Moving. So inside the ocean is a very calm. So the Nalanda tradition teach us. So when we stuck in very difficult situations, you should use your brain in minimal way, like surface of the ocean. But inside,
Okay.
like ocean, you should keep very calm. You should try to stay, peace and calm.
Great.
So
So I just,
yeah.
yeah, I just want to know about this Nalanda education. You are saying, you are mentioning that brain education, it teaches us
Mm,
the brain education, how you can become more sharper. So
mm.
what tips you can give to our subscribers on this channel, that how they can make their brain more sharper?
So these days there is a modern psychology, right?
Uh-huh.
So many people know many people interested in the modern psychology. The 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 real psychology is the Nalanda traditions, Nalanda
Wow.
tradition, the Buddhist
Mhm.
psychology.
Okay.
So the any of your subscriber who want
Mm-hmm.
to be a very sharp mind and who
Mm-hmm.
want to be a very calm and peaceful and happiness people,
Mm-hmm.
so I please you should pay attention about the Nalanda tradition. Nalanda tradition is your tradition, India tradition. It teaches
Yes.
us how to be a very intellectual person and how to be a very happy person.
Mm-hmm.
So so Nalanda tradition is complete psychology, complete psychology.
Okay.
So
Okay.
these days the great scientists, Western scientists, they pay attention to this tradition.
Yeah, they are doing,
Mm.
and they are growing also. Intellectually, they are growing. Spiritually, they are growing. And we Indians, actually, we are forgetting our rich culture, our rich tradition, and that is really not good, actually. So that is one thing. How you can create a warmer heart? How you can be like even warm as well as calm heart? How you can
Yeah,
create?
so actually in Buddhism they talk about the warm heartednesses, the compassion and
Uh-huh.
love. But there is a one book named God to the Bodhisattva Way of Life by Shantideva.
Okay.
By Shantideva. So if you read this book again and again or often,
Hmm. Uh-huh.
I can I can give you guarantee you will be more calm and more happiness and more warm-hearted.
Wow.
So
Wow.
he mentioned in that book not only mentioned based on only fact, but he used some analogy, very very relevant
Okay.
analogy. So it change your
Okay.
mind.
Wow. Super. So definitely, I am going to read this book, and if possible, I will try to put a link of this particular book on somewhere here. You will find the
Yeah, there is a
link
already
also.
there is a already science vision, and maybe I think it's a Hindi vision too.
Okay, definitely. So we'll provide the link in the description box also, friends, so that if you want, you can also read and you can also be calm-hearted, warm-hearted, and have a sharper brain. So, Jigme brother,
So
I
please,
want to.
1 minute, 1 minute. I want
Sure,
to
sure, yeah.
recite one quotation
Uh-huh.
from that book, right?
Sure,
So,
sure, sure.
so
Please go
in
ahead.
in in that book, he used one analogy.
Uh-huh.
So he said that when we stuck in one terrible situation,
Okay.
so you should use your brain
Uh-huh.
and think
Thing.
whether that problem can be solved or not solved.
Okay.
So if you can solve that kind of problem, there is no need to worry about this kind of situations.
Uh-huh.
But so if you cannot solve, then there is no use to worry about the these difficulties.
Right, right.
So
Wow,
for it
amazing.
for it is relevant.
Well, in the corporate world, Jigme brother, many of the corporate guys, wise
Uh,
corporate guys, they say
yes.
control the controllable, control the
Uh, uh,
controllable. I mean, the things which you can control, that you should control. There are many things which we cannot control and it's out of our control. Let's forget about that. Don't worry
yeah,
about that particular thing.
yeah. It's same analogy. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
very
it's a great.
wise. It's a very
Yes.
wise word. Yeah.
Yeah, very
So.
wise quote. So I was about to ask you another question, and this is going to benefit a lot of our subscribers also and the common people. See, Jigme brother, you are a monk for many years. You are every day you are practicing meditation. Every day you are getting connected with the Almighty. Every day you are getting the blessings from the Almighty. But a common person who is indulged into routine work, who has to go to office for 9 to 5 job, who has to earn money for his family, he doesn't get that much of time to read holy scriptures. He doesn't get that much of time to go to temples and do a lot of worships and all. But I want to ask you that any simple meditation technique which you can teach to them, so that like for 5 minutes or 10 minutes every day, if they do, then their life will change. Any simple meditation technique?
I think there is no simple meditation which
Uh-huh.
tranquilate the difficulties or these unhappy minds.
Okay,
So
okay.
so
But
best thing is
Jigme,
yeah, best things I mentioned, I already mentioned earlier. So
mhm.
so you should try to study
Mm.
about the mind and mental factors, and
Uh-huh.
about emotions.
Mhm.
So the book like Shanti Devas, the Godhood Bodhisattva way of life. If you read this book and if you study this kind of books,
Mhm.
but you need to spend so many times on it. You should reduce some time from the playing mobile phone, and add
Ah,
on the add this small time on reading this kind of books.
okay,
Then there is a chance you become more
okay.
happy and more calm, because
Mm.
so now the meditation, if you do some meditations, so for 5 minutes or 10 minutes during the meditating, so it will help a little bit. It produce benefits, but after meditations, when
Ah,
the difficult situations face, then the emotions come again.
okay, okay, okay.
So if you know the reasoning and how to the emotions works, and how to conquer, how to overcome those kind of emotions, what need
Bad
to rely
situation.
on antidotes. So if you know all these things, then
Okay,
you
okay.
become more
Amazing.
calmer. Hmm.
Wow. I mean, yeah, this is like amazing, amazing point which you have added. if a person reads holy scriptures or a good books, definitely he will
Mm.
have some concepts in his mind that if any difficult situation he encounters with any difficult situation, he can overcome that situation because of that particular concept which he has built in his mind. So definitely, I think that before entering into the world of meditation, one should read, and read. That is amazing point, Jigme, which you have added. I just
Yeah,
want to ask. Yeah,
so any of you want to read this book? You know, this book is written by the Buddhist monk, but he is not talking about Buddhism. So he is
okay,
talking about the mind and mental factors, about the emotions, how to we become a happy persons, how to we become a warm-hearted persons. So any of you want to read this books, you should read this book as a psychology book. It's no need
as
to
a
consider
psychologist.
it's a religious book or something like that.
That's again
Mm.
another dimension which you have added, that those who are like adamant to their own religion and they don't want to enter into the purview of another religion, they can read it as a psychological book and they can get benefited out of this particular book. Uh,
Yes. Mm.
so today, actually, we are living in the bad times. Actually, COVID-19 has brought havoc on economy of nation, our nation, as well as the across the world. Actually, the economies are crashing like anything. Individual healths are also like crashing because people are having more anxiety. They are more stressed, and because of this fear of COVID, their bodily health is going down. So how they can restore their bodily health, how they can be more happy apart from reading the books and all, how they can become more happy or they can restore their health, what they should do. Right, right.
Broader perspective about this
Okay,
the virus. So I
okay.
think the when this virus came in this world, so the fatality is very high,
Right.
but these times fatality is very low.
Uh-huh.
That's why I think is there is a very related to our mind. So
Okay.
we are very anxious and we are fearful with this virus. Then we infected this virus. Then maybe the virus can kill us.
Mm.
So if you stay strong, if you stay calm, then if you infected the virus, the virus cannot virus is just like flu. It cannot kill you.
Correct, correct. But your
Mm,
thoughts can kill you. So it's what Jigme brother is saying. In Hindi, we say चिंता चीता के समान होती है. So don't do चिंता. Actually, दोस्तों, अपने
mm.
चिंता मत रखो. Be very happy and have a strong mindset that this small virus cannot kill you. It can give you a small symptoms, but it cannot kill you. Have that strong, what we can say, belief in yourself, and definitely you are saying right now the fatality is also low, and if we are having like strong immunity and if we are mentally more strength, we are having a mental strength, or we are mentally strong enough, then definitely we can beat this virus also. So
Yeah.
Jigme
Mm.
brother, yeah, so another
Yeah,
thing is
I want
yeah,
to add
please.
one thing. So
Yeah, yeah, please.
the immune system, if we can boost
Mm-hmm.
immune system, so the virus cannot infect us. If in fact we can recover very soon, right?
Okay, okay.
So the food of the immune system is the the
Thoughts.
happy mind. If you have
Happy
happy
mind.
mind, yeah, then immune system boost, and
Uh-huh.
your body is strong enough
Strong enough.
to face the virus, this kind of infections.
Wow, wow, wow,
Mm.
superb. Thank you very much. So,
Welcome. Mm.
how you can become more compassionate?
Mm.
What a
As
normal
I
person can do.
uh, as 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 I mentioned earlier, you
Yeah,
should use your brain.
yeah.
So if we all are same. We all are same. We want happiness. We don't want sufferings, problems,
Yeah.
difficulties. So if you don't want uh, problems, then others don't want problems. So
Okay. Okay.
so if if you create more peaceful, more calm society, you are the one of this society and you are more happy. So
Okay.
to be a kindness is 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 for yourself. So
Hmm.
the Sanjit Deva mentioned in that book, if you want happiness, practice compassion. If you others want happiness, practice compassion.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there
Okay.
is no one who do not want happiness. So if you want happiness, you should practice compassion.
Yeah. So, friends, we are running out of time right now, and I really want to thank my brother Jigme, who came
Yes, sir.
on this particular platform and who spoke right from his heart. And I think a lot of doubts are like cleared by Jigme brother. And I personally feel that definitely, guys, if you use your brain, what he said, he mentioned. You should read more books, good books, be warm-hearted, be kind to others, and yeah, Shanti Deva's book, if you want, you can read it online, and don't read it as a religious book, read it as a psychological book. Love and respect Indian tradition, love and respect Nalanda's education system, and guys, control your mind, have a happiness in your mind, then you can definitely control your emotions, then you can definitely control your immune system also, you can also be immune to the COVID-19 situation. So Jigme brother, thank you very much right from my heart that you came on this particular platform, and I hope that my subscribers are going to get benefited out of this particular small discussion with a monk who did not sold his Ferrari, who did invested in himself, in his learnings, in his daily routine. He changed his daily routine. He always wanted to be a monk, and he is a monk, and he's a senior monk in Sera Monastery, and he's doing good. So guys, next week we will be meeting with another celebrity, another good person, and we will be learning from his or her life. So thank you very much, Jigme brother. This is Sandeep Kakkar
Thank
signing.
you.
Yeah, thanks, brother, for coming. And this is Sandeep Kakkar signing off from Motivate Me SK channel. If you are new on this particular channel, you can subscribe this particular channel. You can see my old videos also on motivation, and you can get motivated. You can get benefited out of this particular thing. Thank you, Jigme brother. Bye bye, guys.
Oh,
Take
thank
care.
you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you.